Hello and welcome to Inspiration's International Special. On today's program we meet high flyers at the Women in Global Business Speaker event. We visit Singapore and catch up with a serial social entrepreneur who's making big changes in Cambodia. We cross to our partners Inspiration Vietnam, where they're presenting the winners of their Golden Lotus Awards. And we catch up with Australian Member of Parliament Kelly O'Dwyer and meet the movers and shakers in the world of maths, science and engineering. We hope you enjoy this journey around the world with us.
I'm with Julianne Nichols, Senior Trade Commissioner from Guangzhou, China. When companies are wanting to enter China, what are the biggest mistakes that you find they make?
There's no instant expert and no magic wand. So really look, it's about hard work and it's about understanding what and who you're dealing with. So some of the mistakes tend to fall from not having done the homework and not really understanding the market and the people and the businesses that you're dealing with. You know, it's all about the detail, devil's in the detail. Knowing, breaking it down into bite-sized pieces and being comfortable with it and sticking to it.
I'm with the General Manager of ANZ's Regional Business Banking, Tanya Motten. Welcome to the show, Tanya.
Thank you very much.
How have you found working as a high-achieving woman in Asia different to working in Australia?
I think one of the key differences is when you first get to a particular country, you've got to actually recognise that Asia's not homogenous. It's every different country is sort of like all of us. We've all got different personalities, and you've got to actually take the time to actually recognise and understand the different cultures and the way in which, from a work practices perspective, people operate.
The problems that a lot of companies are facing when doing business overseas is intercultural barriers rather than just the business itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think the intent around wanting to go to a new country and operate the way you do at home and assume that your way, you know, is the best way and that you can't, there's nothing that you can learn in a new environment is actually pretty myopic. And I think that the risk that we have, in fact, is that you actually can underestimate actually your counterparts, and that can create risk in itself.
Very wise words, Tanya, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
I'm with Liming Jia from China, who is one of the founding members of Wild China. Are there any differences in women and men in the business environment in China?
Where I work and I live is in a remoter place in China.
Yes.
It's more traditional. So the people around me, women around me, they are still very traditional, and they choose family and have children and get married as the most important thing in life. But in Beijing and Shanghai, the big cities, I guess the case will be different.
If there are Western people wanting to come to work in China, what do you think are the most important things that they should understand?
From my own experiences, I feel like just follow your heart and be true and be honest with people you're dealing with. But sometimes of course, you get ambushed. My own experiences is in the end, you get what you want.
I'm with Celestine Haid, Managing Director of Botany Essentials, a successful company that has body and beauty products exporting to over 20 countries around the world. Welcome, Celestine.
Thank you.
As a woman running such a large enterprise and going into so many different cultural environments, what's the main challenge that you faced?
For me, the Asian market is so inviting for women. The reason being is that Asian women are the decision makers in Asia. A lot of the time, it's not a partnership of a business like you have here, where I might talk to you as a businesswoman and you'll say, I'll have to refer to my husband, or I'll have to refer to the board or my business partner.
And there's a lot of government support too, isn't there, from the Australian government for you to export?
One of the greatest supports is the Austrade offices and the Victorian Regional Development Office for Victorian businesses. The key is you've got to put yourself in the market. Austrade is not your sales representative to pitch your product. So I go and visit, when I'm overseas in Taiwan or in Hong Kong, I visit the Austrade office. I say hello, I introduce them to me, my company and my products. No one is going to pitch your product better than you.
That's right.
Yeah, and no one is going to believe in your product better than you.
What sort of plans do you have after this?
I want to be the next L'Oreal, I want to be the next Weller. I want to keep growing my business and expanding my business and build a team around me that is the optimal team to do exactly that. So a growth strategy is in the foremost of my vision for this company.
Thank you so much for your time, Celestine, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
We now cross to our friends at Inspiration Vietnam, where they've been busy celebrating female entrepreneurs in Hanoi at their Golden Lotus Awards.
The recent Golden Lotus Awards, held in Hanoi, Vietnam, celebrates and recognises successful female entrepreneurs. The awards showcase successful women in business, whilst inspiring and encouraging other Vietnamese women to start their own successful businesses. The awards were founded by a number of prominent women's associations to serve as a platform for the growing number of outstanding and inspiring businesswomen. Incorporating online media, members of the community can vote and show their support for the 13 finalists, who are vying for one of the 5 Golden Lotus Awards. Each finalist shares their personal and business achievements and are judged on their innovation, community engagement and style. All the women represented are as diverse as the industries they represent.
Gosh, that was interesting, wasn't it? To see how they're really getting behind female entrepreneurs in Vietnam. Up next, we catch up with Australian Member of Parliament Kelly O'Dwyer at the Parliamentary Friends of Maths, Science and Engineering event. We then travel to Singapore, where we meet social entrepreneur Anne Phua.